You gotta change your mental by striving to learn info. So open your third eye and recharge your crystals. You gotta change your mental. 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 You gotta change your mental by striving to learn info. So open your third eye and recharge your crystals. You gotta change your mental. You gotta change your mental. You gotta change your mental. You gotta change your mental.
So I wanted to share something with you guys. And the only reason I'm recording it because I'm actually about to do it. So I said, why not pull the phone out and record it? But yeah, basically you just grab a notebook. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to time myself, and you can put whatever time you want, whether it's 5 minutes of writing or 10 minutes, but you're going to put the date up here and you're going to write everything that you need to get rid of. You're going to write everything that needs to be released, whatever you might be having trouble with. You're going to write the things that might be adding stress, whether it's something currently or in the past. So basically you're going to write for whatever time you set for yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect writing. You definitely do not need to go and reread it. You just write. So I'm going to set my phone for 5 minutes. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. So again, just get any type of notebook. You can rip these pages out because you are going to have to bring these pages outside. The first step is the notebook. So again, rip a page or two out. Write down everything you need to release, whether it's old, current. Yeah, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it next. Okay, so I showed you guys part 1 of releasing negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative emotions. So the second thing is, whatever you've written down, bring outside. Obviously bring it to an area where you're not going to start a fire, or you're not going to hurt yourself or other people around you. So yeah, what we're going to do, we will light it and we will release all the things we've written down. All right, so I had to get a good light on it. And again, do this in an area where you're not going to start a fire, you're not going to hurt yourself or other people. But everything I've written down is going into the universe. It's going into nature. Instead of me venting to someone, instead of me venting even to myself, it's just a way of me venting to the universe that these are things that I want to let go of. These are things that I am going to let go of. And it's just kind of getting her help along the way. This is something you could do a couple times during the day if you're under a lot of stress, if you're under a lot of pressure. But ideally you can do it once a week. There's no rules to doing this. I'm just showing you a way to release some of the things that might be built up inside, whether it's from the past or for the present. But you decide how often you need to do this. And once you write down what you need to release, there's no need to go over it and read it to yourself or out loud. You just bring it outside in a safe environment and just light it until it becomes ashes. You might not feel the effect right away, and some people might feel the effect right away. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. There's no right or wrong way of how you're supposed to feel afterwards. This is something that I just needed to do. I have done this before, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope everyone is staying hydrated. I hope you are meditating. It's very hard being yourself when everyone has an ideal of how you're supposed to be. It's very hard being yourself when everyone is pointing of what you should be and how you should treat them. But what about you? What about how you feel? What about how you need to treat yourself? We're so focused on pleasing everyone else that we forget about ourselves. How can you forget about the person that you're with 24/7? How can you forget about the person that you're with all the time? But we do. So it's time to take back control over who you are and start loving yourself. Treat yourself the way you would treat someone that you love. Why don't you treat yourself in a loving way? Don't listen to other people. You know when someone's talking to you, trying to help, and you know when someone's talking to you, trying to control or convince you that you're something different than who you are. So be mindful who you let in your space. Be mindful who you let your ears listen to. Your vibration is so important to yourself and the planet. So know your worth. Have more love for yourself. And definitely try out what we have done today, what I have shown you. So I would love to hear from you guys if you want to leave your experience in the comments of how it made you feel. Yeah, but love yourself.